another YouTube video. This video is going to be focused on what do you need to know about your path as we move into the very last month of 2021 here. Very exciting things. In just a moment, I'll pan over to see all the piles so you can pause and see which one you feel the most drawn to. But before we get to that, I just want to kind of touch up on some questions I feel like might already be asked in the comment section. Yes, I'm still doing personal readings. My website, tarotwithabby.com, should be linked below if you want to look at any of my options for personal readings. I'm also very active on my Patreon, doing weekly and monthly readings for all tier members. And the highest tier, my Tarot Jonines, yes, that has to do with Naruto anyway. They get a free 60-second TikTok video of their choice to redeem every month. So that's also a really cool option for my Patreon members if that interests you at all. And yeah, if you have any other questions or concerns, you can leave a comment below. I'll try and get back to you as soon as possible. But without stalling or getting, too wrapped up and talking too much, we'll just get into it. All right, beautiful souls, we have our 4 piles here. I recommend pausing the video if you need a little bit extra time. Take a few deep breaths here and choose whatever pile you feel most drawn to. Just as a quick reminder, we got pile 1 here with the smoky amethyst tower, pile 2 with the rose quartz tower, pile 3 with this little amethyst chunk, and pile 4 with the moss agate. If you want to skip ahead to whatever pile you pick, the timestamps are below, and I'll see you there. Alright, so pile 1 with the smoky amethyst tower. This is your reading on what to expect with your path. What do you need to know as we finish November and go into December here? Absolutely craziness. As you can tell, we have a pre-shuffled pile here. That is all of the oracle cards. I haven't really seen them, so we're going to see them at the same time together. I'm going to kind of put them to the side for right now, and we're going to use the Modern Witch Tarot deck to see what your main message is here. Let's see. We ain't wasting no time today. No time. Alright, let's see, pile 1. What do you need to know about your path moving forward? Absolutely anything that wants to come out. That almost went to the candle. That almost kind of bad. But let's get one more here. Okay, so I'm going to kind of put this together and set this aside. We have the 8 of Wands, the Ace of Swords, the King of Swords in reverse, and the 7 of Pentacles upright. So based on these cards already, it's giving me a little bit of slow growth. There has to be a little bit more time for you to develop on your path. And I think a lot of this just has to do with developing and ideas, as well as getting over a little bit of a challenging beginning as to whatever this means for you. Because remember, this is general reading, so take what resonates. But for some of you, this could be academics. If you're having a harder start to your school year than you imagined, it might be a little bit disappointing or scary. And for some of you, this could also be a slow start to a creative idea, a business venture. Whatever this is for you, I feel like that this might be something that you might not have realized it's a little bit more difficult to do. So having that 8 of Wands reverse shows me that there's a lot going on here in terms of taking things slow, okay? Slow growth. And with the 7 of Pentacles, this does show me that there is going to be positive growth from it, even though it seems a little bit challenging here in the beginning on your path. The King of Swords in reverse, I do want to say too, for a lot of you watching, especially if you're an earth or air sign, sun, moon, rising, it's okay to admit that it's a little bit of a struggle. I think pile 1, you guys might not be willing to admit that something about this is hard. Even if, okay, hear me out. I even mean admitting to like family, like a parent, someone that's a superior to you. It's okay to admit that whatever you're doing is hard and scary and maybe not as easy as you thought it was going to be. And it's okay to admit those feelings. I just want to say that before I dive into this stuff, okay? It's okay for it to be challenging. It's okay to take it slow. It's okay to see slow growth. And it's okay to admit that it's hard. So I'm just going to say that about your path. But I have a bunch of different cards from different decks here. And I'm going to just kind of read them aloud and place them down and go from there. So we have the Time to Create card. We have Expression. Then we have the Mural. Be your own first priority. Then we have potion. Remember to practice self-love. Okay, then we have the golden Christed dragon. I don't know how to say that. Absorb the Christ light. You are protected. Expand your heart. Remain fifth dimensional. Then we have the orange dragon. Bring soul families and communities together. Spread belonging, warmth, and oneness. Bring people everywhere together. Then we have traveling lightly. Simplify your life. Answering the call. The time is now. And this is a little bit of a doozy, but we have a quote that says, "The moment I embrace my peace within and surrender the outcome is the moment that the universe can truly get to work." Woo! Okay, so let's dissect everything that I got here and what it means for your path, pile 1. So, literally, Spirit is trying to tell you that the time is now, first of all, to start this journey. It's time to start this creative expression journey. It's time to start doing what you know you're meant to do, even though if it seems a little challenging at first. Even if it's going to take some time, even if it's a slow progress, it is the time to do it. And I also feel like this quote right here that says, "The moment I embrace my peace within and surrender the outcome is the moment that the universe can truly get to work." Stop fighting the slowness. Stop fighting the challenging parts. Stop fighting all the things that are necessary to see this grow in time. Because if you're being impatient or you feel like you're not, how do I want to say this? Learning from the challenges or letting the challenges show you that it's okay to have challenges, you're gonna keep getting stuck in this rut of not believing in yourself, not feeling like you can do it, not being satisfied with your results. Like, I think you need to understand that, like, it's going to go slow and it has to go slow with your pathway. But that doesn't mean anything isn't happening. And I hope that makes sense. And I feel like, too, this whole path is for you to create the life that you want. So I really do feel like for a majority of you, this is about academics that's leading you to a career path, or it's about your actual career path right now. And Spirit wants you to know that you are protected during all this. So, like, whatever feels like it's stalling isn't a punishment. It's actually for the benefit of the long-term growth of this situation, okay? Excuse me. And I also want to say, too, I think it's really interesting. We have the expression card along with the traveling lightly, simplify your life card. Express your emotions. And that's exactly linking back to the King of Swords in reverse. I was trying to tell you already. It's okay to express frustration. It's okay to express or admit that maybe it isn't going the way you wanted it to so far. Like, it's okay to show defeat, even though it's not defeat. It's okay to show these emotions. You actually have to express these emotions in order to self-care for yourself, okay? Because by talking about it and expressing these emotions and getting it off your chest instead of pushing it down and bottling up, you're traveling lighter. You're simplifying your life. You're getting things off your back and you're moving forward, and you're able to better handle the next challenges that come because you're no longer stressing internally about the last one. Like, you're more prepared to move forward. And I think that is the biggest thing you have to take away from your path, pile 1, okay? It's not going to be easy. It's going to take some time. You're going to see slow personal growth, but that doesn't mean that slow growth isn't no growth, okay? And I feel like you have to understand that moving forward, you're going to be so desperately needing to express yourself and your feelings and stuff. And by doing this, you're also making yourself your first priority, okay? I said this in a TikTok video, and if you saw it yesterday, I'm just repeating myself because I pulled this card yesterday in my reading. See how we have the time to create card, and this, I don't know if you actually can see, but the picture depicts someone painting, okay? And we also have this girl in this picture drawing. There is no sense in rushing into painting a mural if you don't have the right intentions. And I feel like moving forward, you are finding the right intentions for yourself by going slow, by expressing the frustrations, expressing everything that you know you want to fix in order to get better in the long run. Because you don't focus on this now. If you don't get over it now, you might run into the same issues down the road. And that's why I feel like right now you just need to surrender to the process of your pathway in order to really see the work come through. And I hope that is making sense with you, pile 1. And I want to say too, I think it's interesting, we have the potion card, remember to practice self-love. And that is exactly what this is. It's like tough self-love. Like, people always think self-love is always about like running a bubble bath and like sipping on wine and like pampering yourself, while that is, yes, is self-love, I feel like for you, pile one, you have a little bit too much of the mushy gushy self-love. You need to have critical self-love in the sense that you are expressing your emotions. You are being tough on yourself to understand that, like, it's okay to have issues. It's okay to run into problems. Like, no one is perfect on their path. And I feel like that's exactly what you guys need to understand and practice that form of self-love so you can grow and move forward, okay? And with the orange dragon here, I think this one's interesting because we have spread, belonging, warmth, and oneness, bring people everywhere together. So whatever you are creating and or working on or working towards, this is actually a part of your life calling, I feel like, where you will bring people together. You are meant to provide a place of belonging for other people, even if that's through shared interest, through healing or helping others, or creating something that brings people together. Like, whatever that is, you are meant to do that. But I also want to say that with that orange dragon, a lot of you could be needing to express these feelings to your soul family, whether that's legit related family members, whether that is your best friend, whoever that is that you consider your soul family. It's okay to express these feelings to them because they are there for you. They want to see you grow. They want to help you. And there's no sense in trying to cut them off away from all like the negativity when, you know, it's healthy to get that off your chest. No, they shouldn't be your personal therapist, but these people are there for you and it's okay to talk about that with them. And I honestly feel like moving forward, the challenges will still be present into the winter time. If you are where I live, I still consider winter to be December, January, February, March, like over the next 4 months. And I'm not saying that to make you more anxious or stressed, but more so just understanding that it's going to be a continuous challenge on your path, and that is okay. You have what it takes. You just have to understand that it's going to take some lessons along the way to get there as well. And it's okay to express everything. I'm going to say that again. It's okay to express everything. Okay? Pile one, like, it's okay to talk about things. It's okay. You can talk about it. You're not burdening anyone. And you're not weak for doing it either. Okay? And moving forward, you have to be answering this creative call, this call to do something more, because I feel like this is, you know that this is what you need to do. So there's no sense in freaking out or being like, I'm not worthy of it because I had one issue come up. Like, no, you have to keep going, okay? That's kind of like the tough love message here for you, pile one. And I didn't mean to sound like I was rushing through this reading, but like that's pretty much like all I feel like was necessary to say from the cards here. I do want to pull some cards from this deck real quick just to get some other little confirmation pieces. But other than that, that's pretty clear to me. I don't know if it was clear to you, one, but all right. So we have the Fire Passion card, we have Spring Equinox Rebirth, and we have Tree Grounding. Yes. So through all of this, you are grounding yourself by learning all of these lessons and things that you know that are needed to get to where you want to go. And with the Fire Passion card literally just says whatever you're creating or whatever you're working towards is your passion. So don't give up so easily on your passion just because of one little thing that came up in your way, okay? And with the Spring Equinox Rebirth, I really feel like that's interesting with the whole timeline I gave of going into the winter months and still seeing challenges with everything. So I would not be surprised if come the spring of 2022, so for me that's like April, May, you know, June, like stuff like that, I feel like that is going to be your rebirth of everything, where you're not going to be so stressed out and so freaked out about what is going on, not knowing what you're doing. I feel like you're going to be in such a better place come that time. Doesn't mean you're going to be absolutely horribly upset over the winter, but just like there's going to be that continuation, that slow growth, slowly working through the challenges, getting through it, kind of like grinding through it, okay? And once you get there in the spring, you're going to be a completely different person, different mindset. You're going to be proud you stuck through it. Like, it's just all these things that I feel like you're not realizing at this moment. Okay, pile one. Again, most of you might be an air or earth sign, sun, moon, or rising. And I would love to hear from you in the comments if this made sense to you. I do want to say, too, some signs you can look out for based on the spread here. I would definitely say brown cats. I know that's a really random, but brown cats and white rabbits. I feel like those two are going to be a little bit of some signage, physical signage for you moving forward, pile one. But again, take what resonates. You can come up with your own signs if you want, asking for your guides for confirmation. But I don't know, I just really hope this made sense to you, and I hope this kind of gets you motivated to move forward with the rest of the year into 2022. All right. If you like this video, you can give it a thumbs up. If you want to follow me for more, subscribe. I'm going to be doing a personal mini reading giveaway once I hit 500. We're kind of hovering around that number. So once I get a little bit above 500, I'm going to start doing the giveaway details. So if you want to be a part of that, you just have to subscribe. And yeah, I appreciate you watching and supporting, and I look forward to doing the next one. All right, pile 2 with the Rose Quartz Tower here. This is your general reading on what to expect on your path moving forward as November ends and we go into December as 2020 wraps up. As you can see, we have some pre-shuffled oracle cards here that I haven't seen yet. We're going to see for the first time together, but I'm going to put them to the side for now. And we're going to be using our Kacey Musgraves tarot deck here to get the main message on what you need to know with your path. I do want to mention pile 2 now before I forget that after I get over 500 subscribers, I'm going to be doing a mini reading giveaway. So if you want to be a part of that, feel free to subscribe. And once I hit a little bit over 500, I will be releasing the details on how you can win a mini personal reading from me. So that's fun. So super, super, super fun. Let's see. Okay. I'm going to pull one more here. All right. So we have the Queen of Cups in reverse, the King of Cups in reverse, Page of Swords upright, and the Two of Pentacles in reverse. So based on this initial spread, pile 2, I am getting the sense I don't want to make this a love reading necessarily, but I do want to say that there's some kind of emotional differences between you and another person. I am getting like feminine versus masculine issues, clashing of emotional issues, things not flowing really well due to that. And I feel like with the Page of Swords upright too, this is also showing me that there might be some kind of delivery of a bad news that kind of starts all this. But more so, I feel like there's just a lot of emotional immaturity going on, a lot of not taking care of yourself emotionally, physically, mentally, like due to this news, whatever it is. I don't think it's earth-shattering news, but it's definitely something that irritates you and kind of disrupts your train of thought and movement going forward on your path. I kind of want to see what the oracle cards have to say before I do anything else. We have the You Are Safe card. We have the Learn Something New card. We have Wings. You never needed those wings to fly. They're all upside down. We have the Voyage. You already have all the answers card. Then we have the Red and Fire Dragon. Enables your life to flow with loving force. Prepare for change. Love that. And to move forward quickly. Expect the unexpected. Have fun. That's so interesting. Then we have the Golden Solar Dragon. Helps you stand in your masculine power with wisdom. Let your DNA be reprogrammed and light codes activated. Become an inspired leader. We have the Faraway Places card. Get ready for new horizons. Interesting. Fellow travelers, support is all around you. And the little quote we have is, joy is the ultimate creator. So I'm still going to stand by my initial message here, where I feel like, hear me out, a majority of you, pile 2, could be thinking about leaving someone due to issues, or you recently have been broken up with, or you left someone yourself, and you're kind of in this weird transition period, moving away from like the old persona of who you were attached to this person. And I feel like you are gearing up to kind of go into this new voyage of learning something new about yourself, your surroundings, your environment, like what you want to do. And Spirit really wants you to know that you are safe during this transition, okay? And it's going to happen fast. Unlike pile 1, pile 2, your pathway is going to be developing really fast, really unexpectedly. So I also want to say, if you are in a relationship, I'm not saying this to worry you or scare you, but this could also mean, pile 2, that if you are committed, something could change very rapidly coming up with that relationship that you end up leaving. But I also want to say that it might not be completely heartbreaking. It's almost like there's this, I feel like this pile has like a light switch. It's like turn on and off, and it happened like that. Okay, and it's like time to move forward, time to move on, time to learn something new. Okay, and I want to say too, for a lot of you, if you are struggling to decide if you want to leave someone or stay or like whatever, this card here shows me that you already have all the answers. So you already know what you know is right to do and what you want to do, and combine those two and you have your answer. Okay. But I feel like a lot of you are in this aha transition moment away from it, where you're realizing that you never needed someone else, or you never needed a relationship or some other being to tell you who you are, or like what you could do or what you wanted to do. Like, I feel like you are just honestly understanding the whole essence of what joy means, and doing that on your own. So I feel like this transition away to better take care of yourself, to better honor your emotional state, is really going to be bringing that balance back into your life that is necessary. And for a lot of you, I think this has to do with traveling. So even if this isn't something that's on your mind right this second, I feel like if you're watching this, you are going to end up traveling as a form of healing and self-care from this. And it's going to be happening really fast. It might be out of the blue. You might plan it like the next week you're out on a different country, exploring whatever. Like, it seems really fast. And I feel like, too, a majority of you, I think it's interesting with the golden solar dragon here. It says, helps you stand in your masculine power with wisdom. I feel like you are going to learn what it means to embrace your masculinity, your masculine traits, and feeling confident and feeling independent, and like fueling this sense of wanting to just learn, gaining wisdom about life. Like, I just feel like it's going to be like, oh, we're done with this relationship, we're done with this connection, it's time for me to start new. I'm going to travel, I'm going to learn, I'm going to see new things, and I'm going to improve myself from this state of being right now. And that's kind of how your pathway is going to kind of unravel from November into December here as we finish up 2021. And I also feel like with the fellow travelers card, I think you're going to have a lot of support from family and friends. Even if it's not verbally expressed, you can tell in their actions and how they handle the situation with you that they're going to support you as you decide to move forward and do all these new things. And I feel like that's going to be a really nice, silent motivator. Like, when I say silent, I don't mean that they're going to be like patting you on the back and being like, I'm so proud of you for making this decision. It's like they're not going to contest you. They're not going to talk down to you about it. They're going to just show you little signs that they support you on this path. And I think that is going to be huge. And again, with that you are safe card, that spirit kind of saying that, one, you are safe during this transition away from this phase of your life. You are safe when traveling alone. If that is something you are scared of course, take all the precautionary measures. But this is also spirit just confirming that you are okay to do this. You are safe to do this. You are guided, protected, like all that nice, cushy stuff that you would want to hear. And that is exactly what is happening here. And I want to say too, based on everything in the spread, how do I want to say this? I feel like you're going to realize such a beautiful part of yourself that you might not even know was possible before. And I'm not talking about just gaining self-confidence. I mean like literally seeing yourself in a completely different view, in a positive way. Like a raw way. I hope that makes sense. Like, it's like very, very pure, raw version of yourself is coming through from everything that's happening. And I think it's going to be so nice because you're just going to realize that you never needed anyone else to push you to do what you are doing now, specifically after a relationship or after a connection or a talking phase with someone. Like, you were just going to push through. Now, I do want to say too, for some of you watching this, the whole traveling thing might not happen for a few months if you need to plan some financial stuff. But a majority of you watching, I do feel like it's going to kick in rather fast, okay? Sorry, my AC or my heat's kicking on right now, so you hear any white noise in the background, that's what that is. But yeah, I kind of want to pull just 2 more cards here to get any other confirmation about this whole thing going on. Yeah, interesting. We have the Devil in reverse and we have the 10 of Cups in reverse. So some of you could have been living with your partner that I'm talking about leaving, or you recently have left. This could also be that they're from your hometown, or you were planning on moving in together and then things fell through. Like, I feel like you just need to be leaving whatever area you were in, and that's traveling. You know, that's traveling. I feel like you need to be traveling for whatever's going on here. But the Devil in reverse is definitely showing me that whatever connection you were in, even though it might not end on like the worst note possible, I feel like there definitely was toxic things about that connection that weren't serving you anymore. And by moving forward, you're not just how do I want to say this? You're definitely making the right move. Like, it's not someone that's gonna get away, or like you should have stayed because they were this and that. Like, definitely this person was emotionally immature, and that caused a lot of issues. Whether you realize this now or 5 months from now, I feel like you're gonna look back and be like, yeah, how they handled this and that was so wrong and so toxic. I don't know why I let myself go through that. Like, it's definitely going to be this realization that's going to happen moving forward, that everything kind of unfolded to benefit you in the long run. And that's kind of what I'm seeing here with your path, pile 2. I'm hoping that makes sense. I would love to hear from you in the comment section if this resonated with you or not. And don't forget, I do personal readings if you want to check out my website, tarotwithabby.com. And I didn't mean to seem like I was rushing through it, but just like pile 1, I feel like I don't need to dance around it. I can just say it and I'm done. Like, this is pretty much how I feel like you should know what is going on with your path moving forward. Prepare to travel, prepare for it to be fun, prepare for it to happen kind of fast. The change is going to be safe for you. It's going to be needed. It's going to help you learn new things about yourself and the world around you. And you already have all the answers about the bad news that's coming this way about this connection, whether it just happened 2 weeks ago or it's going to happen a week from now. Whatever that means for you personally, you're going to be able to handle it just fine, and you're going to be finding joy. That is the most important thing about all this. You are finding joy out of something that might be falling apart, okay? But yeah, pile 2, I really hope this resonated, and I'll see you next time. All right, pile 3 with the chunky gold encrusted amethyst. Look at this beauty. This is your general reading on what to expect with your pathway moving forward as November ends and we go into December and 2021 is over. As you can see, I have some pre-shuffled cards here. They are my oracle cards. All the decks I use for this will be linked in the comment section below if you're curious. And I'm going to be setting them aside for right this second because I'm going to use the tarot cards to get our main message here. And this is the Accurate AF Tarot. I was gifted this a little bit ago, and it's my only circular deck. It's actually so nice. I like it. I didn't even realize I did this. It's the gold encrusted one, and I have the gold encrusted amethyst. Did that without even thinking. But yeah, let's see what pile... Oops. That's a lot. Let's see what pile 2 needs to know with their path here. Not pile 2. Pile 3. Let's see what you need to know moving forward. All right. We just got a big chunk. We got the 9 of Rings. We have the 10 of Rings. We have the 5 of Swords and the 8 of Rings. Interesting. Okay. So, pile 3. There is a lot going on here when it comes to getting abundance. I feel like a lot of this has to do with your career or academic life. A lot of learning, a lot of resourcefulness, a lot of positive potential for you moving forward. And the 10 of Rings really shows me that I think that you are going to be on top of it, despite any competition you have. The 5 of Swords kind of shows me that there is some competing going on here when it comes to whatever you're in. So this could be a rigorous academic course. This could be competing for job interviews, competing to even buy a house. The housing market is crazy, I know, for some people. And I feel like this has a lot to do with getting abundance, defeating competition, and realizing that you can culminate what you want moving forward on your pathway. So if a lot of you have been manifesting money too, like financially, this could easily be spirit confirming that you're going to be getting what you're looking for. But let's see what the oracle cards have to say before I go any further. We have the Allow Love card. Show Appreciation. We have the Morning the World Awaits You card. And we have Library, Take Control of Your Own Narrative. We have the Earth Dragon, clears your path in the land around you. Stay grounded, be ready to serve. Stuck energy is clearing, you can move forward in life. Green Gold Dragon from Sirius brings universal knowledge to your spiritual pathway. Learn about spiritual technology. Be a transmitter of sacred knowledge. We have the Voyage of the Heart card. Love flows through you and to you. We have the Stay Focused, Hold the Course card. And our very last one is a quote, and it says, I choose love no matter what. So there definitely seems to be a lot of motivating cards here. Like when I say motivating, I think it's interesting. We had the Library card, like not even just looking at the little phrase here, but the Library card. Staying focused, hold the course, sacred knowledge. A lot of you pile 3 could be in college or school still, and this could easily be referring to whatever you want to accomplish through your schooling, and I feel like for a majority of you, you're gonna be doing great, and I even feel like with the Earth Dragon card here that says stuck energy is clear, you can move forward in life. Be ready, stay grounded. A lot of you could be feeling lately like you weren't giving enough effort, not because you didn't want to, but maybe because you had that stuck energy. So moving forward, you're going to start to feel less resentment about your path moving forward. You're going to be feeling like you have the satisfaction to get what you want. You're going to be seeing that positive potential. You're going to be feeling that resourcefulness. And this is also spirit kind of encouraging you to use the resources around you. One, if you have a library and you know you work better in a library, go to the library and work. Like, don't just sit in your bed and hopefully manifest that it'll work out better for you. Like, if you know you work better in the library, go do it. And I feel like you are just going to be learning so much. There's so much focus that is needed. And I also feel like, too, with the Morning the World Awaits You card, part of that stuck energy, it might be like setting more of a routine, getting up earlier, doing the things that you know will benefit you to see the outcome you want to see, to get that abundance and stuff. Like, really see how you can cultivate all this and get what you want. Like, not just like putting in the work. Like, you are putting in the work, pile 3, okay? And I also want to say too, we have like a little side message here between the Allow Love, Show Appreciation, I choose love no matter what, Voyage of the Heart, love flows through you and to you. I think a lot of you, pile 3, need to also be showing appreciation and love to those who are there with you on this journey. I'm not saying that you're obligated to in any way, shape, or form, because I know a majority of you are doing the work yourself, but I also feel like the support around you is really nice. And I think that if you choose to show your appreciation for them, and show the love that you do, you feel inside, it is going to be such a big motivator for you, more than it is now than I think you realize, because I feel like they're going to give it back to you tenfold. And I also feel like for a majority of you too, you also have to look at everything you're doing here, like learning, like if it's school, okay? It's not a chore. It can be a chore, but I feel like pile 3, you also have to adopt this idea of love, appreciation for being able to get schooling, to go to college, to get a degree, to have appreciation that you can afford to do this stuff. Like something along those lines where it's like kind of like a little bit of a reality check, but nothing too crazy. And it's more so just to show you that like you are doing a good job, but it's still time to stay focused on everything. Honestly, if I feel like this pile is really for people who are in school. So if you're not in school right now, you might want to go pick another pile because this is just really intense. And I feel like it's all about schoolwork. And I want to say too, the whole allow love card, love flows through you and stuff, like, although you need to stay focused on what's going on with your academic stuff, I also want to say it's okay to make time for love. Whether that's romantic love, platonic love, family love, like, it's okay to take time out of your busy schedule to go home and see family. It's okay to meet up with a friend for dinner. Don't feel guilty about making those little times with other people too, just because you feel like you need to be busy working on things 24/7, especially if stuck energy is clearing for once. Like, you still have to be taking the time to allow love in your life, to decompress in that sense. And I feel like that's something that you have to understand. And I feel like a majority of you, I just feel like it's going to be refreshing moving forward because you're taking back the narrative of your story here, your pathway. You are finally in charge of things again, especially with the stuck energy clearing. And I just feel like you're going to be understanding that the world isn't against you, it's kind of helping you. I'm not saying that in like a super specific way, but more so just what you think might be in your way, it really isn't in your way. And I think that's something that you are going to realize, and it's going to help you expand your knowledge and expand your understanding of how to stay focused and showing appreciation for those around you and taking time to express that love while also still being busy, seeing that kind of personal growth, that independence, and seeing all your hard work pay off. Like, that is the biggest thing I want to say. Like, your resourcefulness, your hard work and learning and stuff, like, it is going to be showing you exactly what you want to see in your work and the grades you get, or, you know, even if this is about work, if you're running your own business or something, like, you're gonna be seeing that money return. There's something going on here where it is going to work out in your favor, so there's not much to worry about in that sense. I want to pull a few more cards here just to see what else it might have to say. Whoa, that one flew. We have the Eight of Swords, and we also have the Three of Wands. The Eight of Swords literally says that you're going to be overcoming fears and self-entrapment, and that's exactly what I feel like you need to be doing moving forward. And the Three of Wands talking about development, opportunities. Sometimes the opportunities could even mean you have to travel for them. So for some of you, if one of your goals is getting like a summer internship that's not home or something, like that could be something that you see moving forward that is really important to you. But overall, the Eight of Swords is really just talking about overcoming self-entrapment. And I feel like that's part of that stuck energy. Maybe some of you have been showing like depressive like symptoms and not wanting to get out of bed in the morning. And that's why the morning card is here, where it's like a lot of that energy is clearing for once and you can move past it. But yeah, there's a lot of self-development here and opportunities happening, overcoming fears, kind of beating out competition. And again, that sounds a little intense, but more so maybe just like class ranking, if that's important to you, or like beating competition and getting that summer internship, like I just said. A lot going on here. And I feel like a majority of you might be an air or earth sign, sun, moon, or rise. You don't have to be, but I feel like that's kind of the vibes that are going on here. And yeah, that's basically the message. And I feel like you need to choose love, you need to choose hard work, and it's going to repay you tenfold, and it's not for nothing. Okay, pile 3. Again, if you're not in school right now, in college, in any sense of the way, I recommend going back and choosing a different pile, because I feel like this one is super, 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 super about being in school. Like, a million times about being in school. So if that's not resonating with you, I would definitely go back and choose another pile. But yeah, pile 3, if you like this, feel free to like, subscribe. I am doing a mini personal reading giveaway once I get a little bit over 500 subscribers. We're almost there. We're like hovering around that number for a little bit here. And once I do, I'll release the details. And I would love to know in the comment section below if this resonated with you or not. And feel free to check out my website if you want a personal reading, or if you want to be a part of the exclusive club on Patreon, feel free to check that out as well. All right. Bye, guys. I'll see you next time. All right. Hey, pile 4, the Moss Agate pile group, whatever you want to call it. This is your general reading on what to expect on your pathway moving forward as we end November, go into December, and then we wrap up 2021. Okay, so as you can see here, I have a pre-shuffled oracle deck pile. I will keep that to the side. Haven't looked at them yet. We're going to see it for the first time together. But just to get the main message, we're going to use the Fountain Tarot deck here to see what Spirit wants you to know about your pathway moving forward, get an initial kind of idea, and then address the oracle cards. So let's see. Ooh, it came out fast. Let's put this here. Let's get one more. Okay. So we have the Six of Coins in reverse, Ace of Coins in reverse. Then we have the Nine of Cups upright and the King of Cups upright. So pile 4, this is interesting to me in the sense that I want to say my initial gut reaction with your pathway moving forward and what to be aware of, it seems like a mix of good and bad. I don't know how to explain this necessarily. I'm curious to see what these cards have to say. But the Ace of Coins with the Six of Coins in reverse, I feel like there might be a little bit of a scary moment when it comes to finances or things not turning out the way you wanted. Like the Six of Coins in reverse could indicate that some kind of money that you were planning coming through isn't coming through. And those two cards show me a little bit of scariness, a little bit of hesitation when it comes to money stuff. But the Nine of Cups and King of Cups are like the opposite energy, where the Nine of Cups feels way more secure, proud. If you can see on the card here, he's like smiling. He's like proud of all the cups he has. So I want to pull the oracle cards before I say anything else, just to see what this is about necessarily. We have the Look Through the Situation card. I already think that's making a lot more sense to me. We have Release/Relax. We have Lioness, You've Earned All Your Stripes. We have Throne, Your Potential is Endless. Magenta Dragon enables you to bring forward your soul wisdom, awaken soul memories, and higher spiritual understanding. Prepare for accelerated ascension. Air Dragon helps you rise above earthly matters, communicate honestly, brings inspiration and hope, see life from a higher perspective. We have Fogged In, Go Slow, Take Time. Then we have Finding Sanctuary, opening to your spiritual source. And our little quote here at the end says, when I focus on my inner light, I see the world through the lens of love. I just want to say there's a very specific color scheme going on with these cards here, with like a pale blue, purpley, magenta colors scheme. And I'm really liking it. So I'm still going to stand by what I initially said with the tarot reading here. But I feel like a majority of you are going to have to take a deep breath when it comes to finances over the next few months. And nothing too bad I feel like is going to be happening, but I feel like you're going to have to go slow and take your time, and specifically look through the situation to figure out the best possible avenue. So for some of you, this could mean that you need to reevaluate maybe one, how you're spending your money, two, reevaluating how you're earning your money, and number three, maybe really understand what it means to have money. Like, I know that's a really broad understanding, but I feel like for a lot of you, an issue could be that you are an impulse spender. And if there's like a little bit of shortage of money over the next few months, it might cause you to realize that you are maybe using money on the wrong way, to maybe fill voids or fill some bored time, like things like this, where you need to be honestly reevaluating it. And I feel like a lot of you just need to also understand that by doing this, I feel like you're going to become more proud of yourself, feeling more on top of things, definitely a lot more emotionally more like mature. I don't want to say mature necessarily, but like emotionally fulfilled by not spending your money so much. And I'm getting a very, very, very specific message for some of you here. If you are watching this pile 4 and this resonates, I would take this message more than the other one. If you are trying to move out of a situation, like move out of a family home, move out of an apartment with a friend, like you're ready to be on your own, I would not be surprised if some kind of offer for a house like falls through, an apartment falls through, like something falls through that you were banking on. And it's gonna be frustrating in that sense. And I feel like you're gonna have to look through the situation and and go slow and take your time when reevaluating what's the next move here. And again, that's for a very specific few of you. So if that made sense to you, I would love to hear from you in the comments, because that came through very loud and clear. But I feel like for a lot of you, this lesson over the next few months with the path before you is really going to, one, teach you how to relax when it comes to money, release any worries or anxieties when it comes to money, and 3, know what it means to see money and material goods from a higher perspective, seeing things from a more spiritual perspective. And I think for a lot of you, this could be very important when it comes to the holidays. If you celebrate Christmas and stuff, when a lot of it is based on like giving and receiving of gifts, I think that you're going to realize that there is more to give than just little rinky-dinky trinkets that you would buy for someone just because you can. So like if you need to kind of take it back on your finances and kind of cut back on those kind of gifts, I think that you're going to realize you feel better anyway. Like, I don't know, it's like this weird feeling of re-evaluating how you view money. And I also feel like just on top of everything too, it's going to make you reevaluate, like I said, your spiritual self, your spiritual sense of joy, what you find relaxing and releasing. And I feel like you're going to reinstill this sense of potential, and that like you don't need to buy more things to feel good if you're more of an impulsive buyer as you're watching this. Like you don't need to be spending so much money all the time. Like you can just enjoy what you already have, and I think that's going to be really important moving forward. And I want to say, going back to the one specific message that came through, if you just put an offer in for a house and apartment, you're banking on it going through and you're really excited if it falls through, the Finding Sanctuary card also shows to me that you can't let that one instance get you down, because you're going to be finding your place. And that's not something to worry about in the long run, but like for right now, how you view it is really important moving forward. I kind of want to draw 2 more cards here in the tarot deck to see kind of what the quote here is talking about, or the magenta dragon, like any other additional information that we should be aware of. We have the Knight of Wands upright and the Justice card upright. Immediately, that's confirming to me the Justice card is saying that no matter what kind of falls through or doesn't work out as you have anticipated moving forward, it's going to work out in your favor. The Justice card is showing me that it's going to balance out whether you realize it now or not. My heat is kicking on right now if you hear any white noise in the background. Sorry about that. But the Knight of Wands also does show me that you're going to be finding a new sense of creativity. I don't want to say, for some of you I'm getting a lot of different messages for pile 4, so take what resonates, like I said. But for some of you, pile 4, this could even be you might get suddenly let go of your job, laid off, told that you're going to get I don't even know if that happens, but like a pay decrease, like something like that, where you're going to have to like, whoa, like look through the situation, take your time slow, realize you have the potential to do what you want to do. You have the experience. If you want to leave that place and go get a new job elsewhere because of how they're treating you, like you can do that. Because I just feel like there's this sense of creativity coming through this as well. So kind of to like wrap that all up, 1, for some of you, this could be that you are realizing you're mishandling your money and impulsive buying. 2, this could be that you are putting in an offer for a house, an apartment, or something that looks like it's really promising, it's going in your favor, and it might fall through. And 3, for some of you, this could be that you are like let go of your job. That sounds really extreme. I don't think it's that. I think it might be some kind of like pay cut, something like less hours they're giving you, and it might cause some a little bit like financial stress, where it's like, am I getting the same amount that I was paid before? How am I going to handle this? And I feel like you're just going to be maturing a lot from this situation, and like realizing that you're going to be prouder of yourself down the road, and realizing that you are turning into a more creative person, and you're looking through the situation and you're not getting completely bummed out. Like you're working through it, you're seeing your potential, and you're ascending. I don't really like using that word as much, but like you are ascending through this situation. And I think a lot of this has to do too, specifically with my interpretations with 2 and 3, adopting a lens of love is going to help you not be so spiteful towards everything. So like not being spiteful towards like, you know, a landlord or previous owners of a house that denied your offer, or not being spiteful towards your boss for having to give you a pay cut, because I feel like it has good reason. I'm not saying that you deserve a pay cut, but like I feel like there's something going on there, if that resonates with you. So it's just a lot going on here of like turning into a more spiritual person, more creative, being more understanding, and knowing that it's going to swing back in your direction and you're going to be fine. Like you're maturing through all this, and you're going to find your sanctuary, and you're going to find a way to get through it all, and it's not end all be all as it may appear at first glance. So I really hope that makes sense to you, pile 4. If you want to talk to me in the comment section below about what interpretation meant the most to you or resonated the most to you, I'd love to hear that. And if you want to subscribe, feel free to. I'm doing a mini personal reading once we get a little bit over 500. We've been hovering around it for a little bit now, but hopefully we will get there, so I can release the details of the giveaway. And if you want a personal reading so we can touch up a little bit more on what I said here, if one of them really resonated, feel free to book a reading with me, and I'll see you next time.